traffic and atrocious. I'm already doing like 10 over, late. Baby muggle on board. Yeah, you drive like it. Baby muggle on board. I got a steak to cook. Look at this view. Oh, you can't even see it. That sucks. It's so pretty. The ocean. The ocean. Oh, I'm gonna cook this steak. It's a big piece of meat. It was $4 and some change. It looks delicious. Sometimes the Piggly Wiggly be coming through. It's not bad. I've been at the library. It's been a few weeks since I've been in one. Oh, the one that I went to didn't have books. I mean, it's crazy how the world is changing. I thought libraries were supposed to have books. They did have security there, and that makes you feel safe, but I could tell that they definitely have a homeless problem. People come in and they loiter. People are bringing in bags of stuff. They have metal detectors. People, I guess, like their personal items because they're homeless, and there's free Wi-Fi. They'll come and they'll stay. I mean, it is a library, so if you're coming just to use the Wi-Fi, that's what it's there for. But the fact that they have, I couldn't tell if she was armed or not, and I think there was multiple security guards. The fact that even if they have one, well, it probably has to do with the fact that it's a campus library too. So I don't know, but it was a nice facility, a big cathedral, but like it's like this big old beautiful building. But they could definitely implement more space to books. Um, the librarian met me when I walked in the door, and she's like, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm really looking for a reference section because that's my favorite area. Um, is the reference section, history. Um, yeah." So she's like, "Well, we don't have a huge one here." Um, but yeah, they were helpful and nice. It was quiet. I'm trying to make it somewhere to cook this steak before the sun goes down. Come on, y'all. So I get in there and I'm like, well, if they don't have a reference, what am I gonna damn read? It's all it's all fiction. The majority of everything on the shelf was fiction. One book that I found, I'll have to show y'all a screenshot like tomorrow or something. It's crazy. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like propaganda. It was crazy. I was like, oh wow, this is what's on the shelves now. It wasn't history, honey. Now there were, and there was like 5 different Trump books there. I actually found 2 different books that I would love to read. One was about the 16 founding members of the Republican Party. Um, I got a picture of that so I can find that one day. And I also was like, I don't know, I ran across some book that said Philosophy 101. It seems very interesting. I sat down and read that for like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. It was really good. It was talking about Aristotle, Plato. Um, yeah, it was talking about how they come to be and how they started thinking. It's crazy. I was learning a lot. I had to like take pictures. So I have to like go back and like relearn it over. When I learn stuff that's new, like new concepts that, I mean, that shit's deep. Okay. First of all. sometimes you remember like when you were a little kid and you would think about like the world and like the world being in outer space and then like the universe and like the galaxy and then like, it kind of it gets hard to wrap your mind around it. It gets so complex. And I'm talking about like when I was in school and the teacher would talk about these things in specific form, great detail. It gets it blows your mind open. It's hard. It's not hard to understand. It's just hard to imagine. It's just so magnificent, like hard to believe. It's like wow. But yeah, there was a few books that there was a few Darwin on the shelves. There was I saw a few books that were like I saw one Mozart biography. They really didn't have a lot that I would be interested in, but also the shit that I would be interested in is old as hell. So, this is a whole another generation of people into different stuff. There was a lot of tarot stuff. There was a lot of LGBTQ plus stuff. Um, two whole shelves dedicated to cookbooks. I said, Jesus Christ, we got a problem. We ain't even got no reference section up in this bitch, but we got two shelves of cookbooks. I mean, great, but ain't nobody using them because none of this upcoming generation knows how to cook. That's why they got them, I guess. Either that or people are really into food. Dude, I'm going as fast as I can. You go get that ticket. The police is out. Which makes me feel safe, so I'd rather go the speed limit and feel safe and not get a ticket than be out here speeding and putting everybody's life in danger. I rarely speed. Very rarely. People are in a damn rush today. I guess they're getting off work. They're like, damn, I've been at work since 8 a.m. I get it. Sorry for holding you up. You're ready to take your socks and shoes and bra off and get a shower. I get it. Oh my God, I saw this video of this woman. Y'all, where was that? This guy walks in the house and this woman only has one leg. She's up on a crunch. He sits down. First of all, as he comes in the door, he avoids her kiss. She tries to kiss him on the lips. She's standing on one leg on these arm crunches. He comes through the door. She tries to lean over to give him a kiss and he blows right by her. He sits down on the sofa. She has one leg. Let me just reiterate. He sits down on the sofa. She pulls his socks off and then his shoes off for him. Somehow, with one leg, able to prop her nub up on one of the crunches she was on. Y'all, it was the most disrespectful. It's on that Red Flag channel. Y'all seen the Red Flag guy? So cool. It's on the Red Flag channel. Like the red flag, green flag. I agree with like everything he says on that channel. Yes. If you want to know how I feel about a relationship, go watch the Red Flag, green guy. Green flag. He's great. It's so funny. But yeah, that shit was wild. You want to know the whole messed up part about that though? 5 seconds later, after the woman peels this man's nasty work socks off and his boots, her daughter, who looks to be maybe 5, 6, 7, comes walking in the door from school, it appears. And he's trying to get the kid to come over to him, and that little girl looks fucking terrified. Y'all, I'll have to show you that tomorrow. I always say this, and I never do. I'm so sorry. That shit's wild. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but all I know is the police needs to do a welfare check on that family because that shit was wild. Like, listen. I don't mind, being domestic, taking care of shared things, but like peeling your socks off, bro, not happening. Sorry, there's boundaries, and I don't do feet. I don't do feet. I don't like no feet. That's nasty. Feet are gross. You know what I mean? And the poor woman on one leg. Everybody in the comments was like, "Oh my God, there's something weird going on in this place. There's something weird going on in this family." I agree. That look that that child had on her face said it all. She was absolutely terrified. So I don't know what cut of meat this is, but I like mine with like fat in it. I feel like it cooks juicier, and I'm trying to gain weight, so it looks juicy. It looks really juicy. Look at this. It's sunset. It's so pretty. Yeah, when I'm not driving, dumbass. Do you ever say hi? I can't even see your comments, smartass. It looks dark over there. It was damn almost 80 degrees today, but it was still chilly, you know? Like when the sun's not shining, it sucks. At least I did work out a little bit, so I don't feel so bad. I just don't know why people don't talk about women's health more and how it affects your daily life and stuff like that. It's like we're just supposed to deal with the toughest of tough. Like, I know the symptoms I be having are not natural. Sucks. I'm gonna cook a steak today. Y'all, the smallest things be making my day. When I was at the park, little kids waving. I guess they like the big old truck. You know, you remember when you were a kid and the transfer trucks would go by the playground and you'd be doing like this to try to get them to honk? Did y'all do that? I did that. And like when my mom was driving on the road, it used to piss her off so bad. She's like, don't do it. She's like, you better not be back there in the back seat trying to get the transfer trucks to blow their horns. It was a whole thing on the road back in like, I don't know, the 90s, early 2000s. Shit, probably since cars were a thing. You pass transfer truck on the highway and all the kids are in the back seat wanting them to pull the horn. Don't be back there doing that. But yeah, little kids waving, the little backpacks. And then I go to the library and the security guard was real sweet and then two of the librarians talked to me. It's like I can deal with that kind of interaction when people are nice, you know. It's when I go, I don't know, to a gas station and dude's like, no, you can't use the bathroom. He doesn't shut the bathroom because I needed to use the bathroom. He did it intentionally. This was a Murphy's at a Walmart. They don't close till midnight. Sometimes 2 or 3, depending on the location. This was like 9:30 at night, and this kid's like, "No, you can't use the bathroom. I already locked it." Like, it's that petty shit, but it was because he knew my channel. And remember that heifer that stole my cake? That was the same Walmart, y'all. Remember I had beef with the bag lady because she stole my cake? And then there was that other worker that I filmed. He was like scoping me out, looking at me real hard, staring me down as I was going through self checkout. That was all the same Walmart. So when you got people working in a space like that, and 1 or 2 of them seen your content, of course they're gonna fucking all, whoever is the leader of the clique is gonna be like, oh, I hate her, oh, I like her, you know what I mean? And it was one of those things where it was at that time where I started talking about how I was getting bullied by black women, and they all just happened to be. So there was a lot of mitigating circumstances to that petty bullshit. But like what I'm saying is, I don't have to deal with petty bullshit like that here. My interactions are normal as normal to get. Yeah, people don't know how to drive a lot. They go under the speed limit or they speed. But that's everywhere. Traffic is going to be kind of rough. But at least people are decent here. Not everybody's angry. Listen, I got enough anger for the whole world. You know, I can't be around people that are also hostile because my damn symptoms completely overtake my life. It's just wild. Steak. It's getting chilly, so I need to put on a sweater before I get sick. Sky's pretty. I hope nobody comes up to me while I'm cooking. I just want to be left alone. Is his name pronounced Socrates? Is that how you pronounce it? Because y'all know I don't know them big words. Was that his? So he was the godfather, essentially, of philosophy, right? And then he was a teacher to Aristotle, and then Aristotle was a teacher to Plato, right? Does anybody know? Come on, YouTube, help me out here. Do I have it right? Maybe I went too far. Maybe I need to reel it on back in. Seriously? Nobody knows? Let me cook this steak. That's all I was able to. Well, I mean, they are the godfathers of how we live our lives. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And my mind's kind of blown. I got to go back and read it. And I also have like um other stuff that I downloaded to read there on the subject. It's very interesting stuff. They just theorized things, and Western civilization essentially was modeled after their theories about the existence of us, our purpose on earth, our purpose, in life. Um, yeah, it's pretty interesting shit. I didn't go through a regular high school program. I graduated early, so we didn't learn about any of that. I didn't learn anything about philosophy, and these creators essentially of, what's the word? I guess like our foundation or formation of life. I don't know. Like I don't know how to put it into words, but I know what it means. Does that make sense? I know what I learned. I just don't know how to put it back into words. Like my mind is blown. It's pretty cool shit. Anyways, I got an avocado, a banana. Hello, hello. Anybody knows about Aristotle, and is it Socrates? Is it Socrates? And Plato, please tell me if I got it right, because I am just so curious. I've read that over and over. It was like 30 pages. I'm like reading it 3 times because it's quite complex. It was a great book, though. It's called Philosophy 101, and it's nothing but different philosophers through the time from the beginning. The first, which was, I think it's Socrates. And then he was a teacher. And the sad part? He's the one that came up with like philosophy, all of these theories, and we implemented them into society. And he was studying psychology and basic behavior and stuff, but like he died from poison. So he was a teacher, and he had all these students, which is how supposedly Aristotle came to be. And then Aristotle was a teacher, and he taught Plato. Okay, this is what I gathered. The originator of it all, which was Socrates, he would be murdered. They would say that he denied his religion, that he essentially he was a traitor and an atheist, and they would sentence him to death and he would have to drink poison. They said that he did it and didn't even flinch. Like he was just ready to go, I guess. Like he accepted fate. Even though, I guess, I don't know if they would or not. I want to know that now. Why don't they teach this stuff in school? It's how our whole, it's the, it's our whole foundation, and it's our whole foundation. I can't put it into words, y'all. It's how we even got started. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Be my honeybee, baby. Be my honeybee. I really enjoy the library. It's one of my favorite places. Seriously. I've always enjoyed the library. It's just I don't like going in and sitting around people, but that place I felt really comfortable, and she was so nice to me. She asked me about what I was looking for, and I'm sure they got people right now. It's not problematic until, I don't know, until it's problematic. So I can only imagine stuff that they go through. Like I said, I saw like all of the that. All right, stay. Oh, you can't even see me. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hey, how you doing? Hello, how are you? Oh God, that reminds me of Barbie. You remember at the end, she's like, bye-bye now. See you later. Gotta go. So I can't really find good lighting, y'all. Let me just show you what I'm gonna do here so you can do it yourself at home. Bye-bye. I used about tablespoon of oil. Yeah, it's real hot. And I'm not gonna put, I'm debating if I want to put the seasoning because sometimes I burn it. This is a boneless chuck eye steak. It looks delicious. The marbling in it is making me really excited because I like fat. So Maybe just a little seasoning. This is mojito lime. Love this. Just a little. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Yeah, they have all these book programs and stuff there too. We're gonna throw it. Ooh. We're gonna cut this down. I don't want to burn it. Let me find something to wash my hands with. Is Laura in here? Laura, I'm looking for her. I hope she's okay. I was focused on that story earlier, so I wanted to get that out. Jennifer, how are you? Is it? I thought it was. I thought the oldest profession was something else, but you know. Oh yeah, we got a nice sear. Nice sear. You know, since it has that fat in it, it'll fry up better. That fat is where it's at. Can you believe that steak was $4? $4 for that steak. $4.14. That's how cheap it is to eat healthy. It's much cheaper than any chicken I saw. Oh yeah, that's gonna have to cook for a little while. I'm just gonna leave it on the lowest setting because I don't want to burn it. I'm gonna put this. Oh, I'm also gonna put. Wait till the last second for the seasoning. I think that's what's causing it to burn. I got bananas and avocado for tomorrow. Damn it. Look. $4.14 for that big old steak. I'm gonna grab vegetables to cook in the pan. Everything's falling out the car. Peas and corn. God, I got a brain fart. Yeah, I think I needed to cut this down because usually I cook it and I overdo it. It's coming along well. I'm gonna cut it up just a smidge. Put more of the seasoning. Worcestershire. I woke up with murder on my mind. There we go. So pretty out here. Y'all, I don't know what to do with this. I guess stuff on the ground. Look at that sunset. Can y'all see that? Crazy. cooking. Corn and peas. Oh yeah, baby. Whew. Looking good. Oh my god, that side looks even better. I'm actually going to throw some more of that season on this side. Because I need to be able to taste my seasoning, honey. I can't have no bland food. I'm going to throw the rest of this in my peas and corn. This should be done in just a second. I don't want to overdo it. I also have some of the habanero. What am I going to eat on? I guess my dishware. Ah. Hey. Need a knife. You know, I think it's done. Let me get a knife. Thank you. I just came from the library. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Corn. Peas. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on the vegetables because I have a lot on the steak. I haven't been cooking. Let me show you the steak. I know, ain't it a beautiful sunset? My camera ain't doing this justice. Hey, it's got some seasonings on her. Let's try a piece. Hey, get better. Cut that down, cut my steak up. I need a better knife.
So the food looks good. You can't see nothing. I hate that. I wonder if, hold on. Let me try something. Hey, work smarter, not harder, right? No, I won't be able to see myself, but can you see better? I don't know about y'all. It's not really working. So I got the steak that I'm about to cut up and peas and corn. They were both seasoned in the, I know. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I don't think I've ever had this cut of steak before. It's not tough or anything. It's actually tender. But I do mine kind of like medium to medium rare. This knife is killing me, Holmes. I need a good knife. It's tender. I've never cooked these vegetables like this, but this looks really good. I used the like leftover seasoning in Worcestershire in the bottom of the pan. Hot. That's how you get your vegetables in. You can have a bite. You want a bite? You can have a bite, Jenny. I'm telling you, that seasoning is good on everything. It is lime, mojito lime, Grill Mates. All right, we're gonna go savage. Fat. I don't like a lot of it, but if it's a small bite, this is kind of one of those steaks you might have to eat with two hands, especially if you don't have a knife like me. A boat. Do you like peas and corn? And watching sunsets at night. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I was just showing you guys this wonderful sunset. I'm getting caught in the rain. If you're not into cycling and you have half a brain. That's the big thing. All these men cyclists and stuff. You see a lot of women too. But that's kind of like the cool kids club around here. This steak, I still can't believe it was $4.14. It does have some fat on it, but Mama used to cook steak all the time. And she'd make a little side salad to go with it. Maybe some green beans or mashed potatoes or something. Yeah, we did some grilling as a family. That's one thing I do remember, is eating good as a kid. We was fed, but they stressed about how they was going to feed us for sure. This is good. Who's coming over for dinner tomorrow? We need to get creative. Eating nothing but noodles. No, we did eat noodles, but Mama cooked. So did my grandma, my great-grandma. Everybody cooked. I cooked. So we didn't eat a lot of ultra-processed stuff. Yeah, we had snacks, but the food I got fat on in high school was home cooking. If you like flavorful stuff, this would be your steak. The lime, the spice. It's like if a mojito and a tequila shot with lime met. It's so good. It reminds me of the beach. All right, we're going full savage mode because it's just easier. Oh, look at that boat, y'all. Y'all see that boat? Oh, it's a beautiful yacht, man. God, that's a freaking yacht. That's probably a damn... Hold on, I gotta clean my hands. This is gorgeous. It's probably something really don't want. Oh my God. How is that even possible? Who was that? The damn prince? The damn... Florida? You can't even see it. Well, I tell y'all, but that is a luxury yacht. Look at the lights on the back. My camera is not even doing it justice. I bet that thing was millions of dollars. You know, it's probably got 25, 30 bedrooms on that son of a bitch. That's crazy. It looks gorgeous. I wish my camera was better. It's an Apple. Buy Apple, they said. Where's my steak? Oh, sorry. You got spun around. Oh my God, I wanted to walk down there, but I need my steak. Walk down to the fence line so you can see. I can hurry up and beat it. God, it can outrun me. Sorry, I'm having a dog poop because people are disrespectful and let the dog shit out here. There. Yeah. Look at that crispy, nice $1 billion yacht. No, a few million, definitely. I love watching the boats go by. I'm like, I wonder who that is. I wonder what corporation he owns. I wonder what he does for a living. You know what I mean? is a gorgeous sunset with that beautiful palm tree right there. It's picturesque. I've took some really pretty pictures out here. This steak is good, but I'm full, y'all. I want the rest of my veggies. I'm actually craving them. They're so good. If I don't gain no weight eating better, I will. All right. You're not going to be able to see, but I got to do dishes. I'm just going to put all this in here, fill it up with water, and be done with it. Put the stove up. Wow, somebody's playing Merry Christmas with their car horn. I did go and fill my water container up today, so I have water. Let me see if I can find a light. I charged it this morning. That's a fan. That helps. Oh Lord, I ate too fast. I always do. Does that help? Wait, at least you'll be able to see what I do half-assed. You see the sunset too. We're gonna turn this around. Actually, we're gonna take the whole end off of it and fill this up with dishwater. So, grab a baby wipe so I can wash. Damn it. This thing's heavy. Alright, let me find some kind of, oh, I can't see myself. Why does my phone always do that? My phone like darkens stuff up. Let me find a baby wipe to wipe this down with. So I've just been using this suitcase for the Coleman stove. I just use this because this is what the Coleman stove goes in. I use it to cut my food on, and then I use it to wash my dishes. And I was scared that these little cracks on the end would hold food and residue, but it actually doesn't. So it works well. You just got to be careful. You got to be careful. You don't want bugs. I've seen people get bugs. Sorry. Excuse me. Listen, better out than in. Who said that? Fiona. No, Shrek said that. Oh, wow, there's so many people I need to block. I'm so sorry to my regular followers. What is going on? People are so creepy. You think it's hundreds of millions, that yacht? Maybe. It looks expensive as hell. It looks like a $50 million yacht or maybe a $10 million yacht to me, you know? Maybe a $10 million. I don't know. I'm not a boat girl. I get seasick. I love to go out. I'll take Dramamine. I'll take Dramamine. Probably. It was beautiful. What you couldn't see through my iPhone is that the first 2 or 3 stories were completely glass. Like, it was crazy. Where those blue lights were, everything was glass. It was gorgeous. And then the framework on that thing was so seamless. Like, I don't know why I've been obsessed with boats lately and helicopters, and I guess because it's peaceful. You know what it is. It's not going to harm you. You know what it is. It works a certain way. You're always going to get the same result out of it. I actually like mechanical things. I recently realized. I think, you know, I always have, because I changed tires and oil when I was young. And if I can do it myself, I always have. And I'm not scared to damn Google. You know, y'all see me go damn put oil in the truck and stuff. Like, if I'm able to change out a headlight, I'll do it if it ain't no damn computer shit with it. If it's just a standard damn headlight, I'll figure it out through YouTube videos. I do like mechanical stuff. I love mechanical stuff. I guess I always have. We're leaving that, though. That's the old world. That's the old world. Well, when it comes to boats and stuff like that, I mean, it's still the same, but technology is taking over, and like, mechanics are not the same. I talked to some old man when I had a flat tire a few weeks ago, and he's like, oh, I love Chevrolet, but I stopped buying them. He said, I used to do all the work myself. He said, my older one, I can do the work myself. He said, but if I got a newer one, he said, I wouldn't be able to do it. He said, there's too much computer. I said, who are you telling? I said, it took an act of Congress to get my damn truck battery out of this damn 2017. I said, I had to remove like 20-something bolts probably, move the coolant over, damn take a whole OtterBox off the son of a biscuit, and then take off a T-bar and everything else. Lord have mercy. They do that, so you got to damn take it into the dealership. They do that intentionally because they're scam artists. There goes a different boat. You'll probably be able to see his lights. He's got a red light and some white lights on top. I'm washing these really good because I never washed this knife. I don't think I've washed this knife since I moved into my truck. But you want to let it dry really well before you close it up. You don't want to I don't think it'll rust. It's stainless, right? Yeah. Duh, Brooke. That sunset is just chef's kiss. It always is. I was trying to get out here a little earlier so I could cook and see what I was doing. I mean, this ain't bad. I just hate that the neighbors are seeing me. They're like, what the hell is that girl doing out there? All right, I'm gonna start rinsing these because I need a new knife. I need a good knife. That hunting knife that I got in there, that bow knife or whatever, it's like a camping bow knife. It's too big, and it's also serrated on part of it. This one's serrated, so it makes it really hard to cut certain things. I need a good knife that I can carry that has like a sheath or whatever it's called that'll work, that I can sharpen. So that I can use for cooking and cutting steak and stuff. because the knives I have are more for random stuff. I'm just getting this pan really good because if I'm being honest, I feel something on the rim. I think it's them damn eggs from earlier in the week. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. I'm about to sneeze. Somebody help me, please. I knew it, and I couldn't, like, my hands are wet. My hair's going up my nose. Alright, we're going to wash this too, because this is where the steak was. I'm just going to make sure to get in between all those divots, because you don't want it greasy. Once again, if I come to your house and I go to pull a damn plate or cup out the cabinet and it's greasy, I ain't eating at your house. Ooh. Hold on. Alright. Triple check. I didn't use this side, but I'm gonna wipe it down anyways. I always throw these away. Where's the trash bag? Oh, there it is. Oh, my dress is falling down. My hands are wet, and I got hair in my mouth. Can you get that for me? Mama used to do that. She'd be like, can you get this out my eye? Get this out my mouth? Seriously, I got one in each side. Or is it just one? Oh, it's in my mouth. Lord help me, please. Death by a single hair. Only me. Yeah, I do like that I can get free water now. I figured that out. And at the same time, I can shower and do all that and work out and the safety. I did glutes today. I need to do some cardio. You're supposed to do 90 minutes a week. I don't think I've even did 60 last, or yeah, I don't even think I did 60 last week. But you know, it ain't gonna kill me. It ain't, you know, as long as you stay consistent a little bit, you'll notice huge results, seriously. You don't have to be, you know, if you're ovulating like me and you feel like shit and you're suffering from PMDD, it's okay to take time off, you know? It's just rest time in my eyes. I'm like, oh, okay, so I only got in like 2 or 3 workouts the last week, you know? It's fine. Sometimes our bodies need that, especially if you're working a new muscle that you're not used to working. Sometimes it's good to take a little breather and then go back to it. But today went well. As far as like my workout, everything looks good. Alright, I don't have any more trash, so I'm going to close this up. Definitely have to throw that away because it'll stink the car up. Water, soap. I don't want to drink a ton of water before bed, but I am gonna. Shit right there. Trash. give that, honestly, like an 8 out of 10, that whole meal. That steak was not, I mean, that steak was juicy. It was tender. I cooked it to perfection. Seriously, I would give that like an 8 out of 10. It was solid. The vegetables too, even cooked in that sauce, it wasn't like too much flavoring or anything. It was perfect. I didn't know that those vegetables would be that good. I'm definitely gonna do that tomorrow too, because I need more vegetables. Where I've been eating all that junk, my body is not happy with me. That's why I don't eat that shit. I think it's all those breakfast sandwiches with the cheese and fake egg and fake bread. I didn't have one this morning. This morning I got 2 boiled eggs and milk. So when I flip this tailgate up, damn, let me find out that I just need to put the light up higher. God, I'm learning something new every day. When I flip this tailgate up, all that water will roll down. I kind of hate that because I just washed my truck, but, you know, I spray it off when I clean the truck out. And then I clean it off like once or twice a week if I'm cooking every day. Y'all seen me clean it. I'll put laundry detergent on it and use a baby wipe to scrub it down. You know, I kind of low-key love this box. I mean, I do wish that it was a little fancier. I might find me something that's like better because it doesn't close well. This is the Coleman single burner classic stove. It's a 10 out of 10. I love it, other than if it's too windy, if you're going to be on the coastline, it might get a little difficult to cook. It will work in the rain as well. She's tried, tested, and true. But I like that I can use the inside to cut my food on and then wash dishes in it. Just making sure that it's not got food or anything. You got to do your due diligence when it comes to having some kind of cooking stuff in your car, especially pots and pans and stuff. It'll attract, you know, animals, roaches. You don't want to get some infestation, babe. I'm actually surprised because I'm not perfect. I don't leave food laying around, but I do have like snacks and shit, you know? So I don't leave like open food, like, I don't know, like steak. I'm not leaving that laying around, or like hamburger meat. The day that I did that, y'all remember when I cooked that hamburger meat? That was the one and only time I said, well, I'll save half for lunch. No. Don't do that. You're going to end up sick and in the hospital. I got half a pound or a pound of hamburger meat and ate half of it for breakfast. And then I was like, oh, I'll save the rest. My whole car smelled like hamburger meat for a week. You can't do that. Anything like that you can't do. Now, if you got some chips, just roll the bag up and put a clip on it and you'll be fine. But you have to, like, you can't have anything laying out. Like, y'all know what I mean. I got oranges and apples in there, and I've never had a problem with animals or anything messing with those. But, you know, I keep my fruit and stuff in containers, too, so that'll help with, like, fruit flies and stuff. I don't have that issue because all of my fruit is in containers. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rebecca. Has anybody... That's crazy. Everybody's going through it right before Christmas. I'm going to be praying for her. I was looking for Laura. Oh, Yeah. And neck in 2 places. That's crazy. Weren't we just talking about somebody with back injury today? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. that ain't no joke. Some back injuries and neck injuries, some people have long-term side effects from for the rest of their lives, you know? They're never able to, like, function again. So the sun's gone down. The sun's gone down on this side of town. This lonesome feeling with the moon. Is she in the hospital? Don't say that. Yeah, the dryer sheets work great. They also help. Can y'all see that? Oh, I wish you could see it in person. It's gorgeous. It's the moon. Yeah, definitely sending prayers, Rebecca. Let's see, there's a boat. There's a boat. I'd buy me a boat. Oh, Brooke. I hope Laura's okay. I'm worried about her, y'all. She's been through a lot today. Oh, it's gorgeous out here. That's what I left my phone case. Hold on a second. Phone case. I knew it. Now you see why it looks like it does. Oh, God. Y'all hear that? Oh, my God. Some lady's losing her shit. San Diego. Yeah, I've been to L.A. It was one of the worst experiences of my life, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not an LA girl. I'm a Carolinas, Florida girl. You know, like, you got to find your lane in life and stay in it. Sometimes. Did I lose an avocado? Jesus. Sometimes it's not too safe to get outside of your lane. You gotta get in your lane and stay in it. Oh, I just hope she does well and recovers. I know how elderly people sometimes don't handle accidents very well. Mama fell down some steps one time and had to have surgery bad. She knocked her false teeth up into her jawline. It was bad, and it was because she was elderly and she didn't have, complete mobile movement of her feet. You know, she'd slowed down in life, and it was really heartbreaking. It was rough. She died during COVID. It's hard to watch, your loved ones, especially when you ain't got many left. It's hard to watch that. But my family is the type to not notify you that somebody's dying. So, it's unfortunate that I couldn't be with her before she passed away. But she knows I loved her. She was one of my favorite people ever on earth, ever. She's a wonderful woman. I strive to have that much grace one day. She was witty, but she was very conservative and, like, elegant in a way. Like, she watched what she said. She was very polite. Her mannerisms were very feminine. She was a classy lady, I got pictures of her. When we go back to North Carolina, I'll have to show you guys. They're so cool, from like the 1950s and 60s and 70s. And Mama's got this beehive and bell bottoms and these crazy patterned shirts. And like the couches are all like velvet and shit, like red velvet. Oh, Lord. Mama and Papa, they were good people. Papa fought during the war, and Mama, he went to, I do believe, World War II. They were both born during the Great Depression, or right before it. I can't recall what Mama said, but they were old as hell. It was my great-grandparents on my mama's daddy's side, and they actually were of no biological relation to any of us. That's what makes Mama and Papa the amazing people that they were. So my mom, I've talked about this before, my mom's dad was never in the picture. My mama was Velma K. Ward. Y'all, she was wonderful. I miss my mama. She's literally the best person. One of my favorite women growing up, next to my grandma and my mama. She was like she was a hard hitter. Like, Mama didn't take no shit off nobody. She didn't take no shit off nobody. And if she was right, boy, you was going to know it. She wasn't going to let you damn bully her into damn... She wasn't the type of woman you could gaslight. You know what I mean? Like, she had a lot of common sense to really not be from the best upbringing herself. But anyways, her dad was never in her life. My grandmother was working at some kind of mill. I don't know if it was a textile mill. It was an industrial type of place where they made yarn or some shit like that. And my grandma didn't have childcare, so she took my mom to the plant with her and would make her sleep in a cardboard box in the plant. Her supervisor found out that my mom, who was really small, I mean, she had to have been 3-4 years old. My grandma would bring her to third shift, put her in the damn box, give her a blanket, and Mama would sleep through the night till the next morning. This supervisor found out that Grandma was doing this, and he offered to let Mama Quakenbush and Papa Quakenbush watch my mother. He would attempt to date my grandmother, but my grandmother was abusive. She beat the hell out of him, if I'm being honest. This is just what the family has said. Pops is a great man. Yeah. You know, when my mom died, it like broke the whole family up, you know. So it really sucks, but Pop raised my mom. And so I grew up thinking that this was my grandpa, and his parents were my great-grandparents, and I thought that until, I mean, and it doesn't matter. I mean, to me, they're my family, you know, that's my family. So, and I have some of the happiest memories with that part of my family. So I don't think that I didn't know until like maybe high school or something that we weren't biologically related, and the whole story of how, you know, my grandmother met this man, and he would have been with my grandmother till she died if she would have just not been on some bullshit sometimes, you know. I don't know if there was drugs and alcohol. I don't think so, but like, they said she used to fist fight him like a man, y'all. That's crazy. And finally, he had enough. He said, I'll be the daddy. I'm the daddy. I'm the mama, not the mama. He said, I'm the daddy, but I ain't putting up with your bullshit. And him and my grandma, I don't know, were they married? I can't remember. Yeah, that was a whole, so that's how I got to be part of the Quakenbush family. And I was reading about the Quakenbushes in the damn, y'all, do y'all know that the Quakers, something about Quakers moved to Snow Camp, North Carolina, and my great-grandparents owned land there, and they're passed away now, so their offspring owns the land, but they settled in the Snow Camp area, and I'm wondering if my great-grandparents were if their ancestors were part of some of the first settlers in North Carolina, because I was reading the history on it, and Quakenbush was that's actually like a known name back then. So there's some history with that name. I would love to look into my relatives one day. because there's some history with that name. And Mama and Papa, they were known. Papa did all kind of charitable work, donated money. They did all kinds of little charity stuff. And Mama was a homemaker, had some kids, and he worked and bought them a house. And I think they was probably in that house for 60 years, over 60 years, because he was 89 when he died, and he was like 18 or 19 when they got married. You see what I'm saying? They lived there for forever. That's so sweet. I miss them. They were such good people. Miss my grandparents. All right, y'all, I'm about to go to bed. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to bed. 6:30. I absolutely am. I'm about to go find a bathroom and get ready for tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a little bit colder, which is kind of depressing, you know. Today it was 78 degrees. It was nice. It was lovely. Yeah. Yep. My steak was delicious. I was raised a Quaker. See, I didn't know much about that until I was like, wait a second. There was last names, and there was something I was reading. I forget everything. This is why I need hard copies so I can go back and reference. This is why I like books. I was thinking about that today. The reason I love books is because it's a hard copy. I can go back and be like, wait a second, let me pull this tab out. Like the little man in my brain, like he does that for me. So that's why I like books. That library didn't even have books, y'all. They had more DVDs and like movies and stuff. And they had a children's section that was almost bigger than the adult section. I should have went to the children's section and seen what books they had. Oh my God, that's a big one. All right, before we go, look at this one last boat. Let me pull up. I'm pulling up in the truck. It's 6:38. There's a real pretty little ship that's waiting for me. I pull up. Can I hitch a ride? I wanna go to Japan tonight. Look at that big old beast. There's people up there in that little box. You see that little glass box? God, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's just breathtaking. Imagining being on one of those. The birds. I know. I wrote a theme song, but I haven't, like, put it into words yet. I mean, I did, but I just ain't been in the mood. Like, y'all don't understand when I'm, like, stressed out about shit. I just can't get into, like, my creative zone when I'm stressed out about everything, you know? So, I just can't. Yeah, I wrote a theme song for my channel. It was to that. But, like, I've been preoccupied with surviving. But I hope y'all have a good night, and we'll talk tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to work out and go back to the library. So I went to the library for inspiration for my channel. So the whole philosophy thing really intrigued me. I think that a lot of it is a hard concept for me because I haven't been through y'all, they talking about math and stuff, like how there's a mathematical component to everything that we do and the way that we live our lives and everything that happens, and there is. That's what physics is, right? I think. So this is what I'm trying to learn, you know, like, yeah, I'm curious. I want to try this other library that I know about. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to work out, take a shower, and I'll meet up with you guys at some point. But I hope you guys have a good night. And Rebecca, I hope your mom gets to feeling better. I hope that she heals and makes it through. I'm praying for you. And y'all have a good night. And pray for me because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for you guys. Y'all be safe out there. Good night.